Yo, what is happening, guys? Undisputed Vlogs, and today we're back with an Undisputed podcast, and I'm back with Shay, as always. And, yeah, we'll just do what we always do to start off. What have you done this week, aside work?
I have played a load of Assassin's Creed 2. I've drank Yazoo right here. And then, product placement. And then, what else have I slept? So, that's my week. What have you done, Josh?
Fair enough. I've basically only done two things. Well, I've recorded and edited. Besides that, I've been playing Rocket League for the past, 3 days. And I'm obsessed with it.
Is it good then, I take it?
It's so fun. Yeah, I never thought that I would find a game that's technically based around football so fun. It's so... Oh my god. It's one of those games, it's like, I've watched gameplay of it many times before, and I'm like, oh, it looks fun, but I never thought it'd be this addictive.
Fair point.
But, and then, aside that, I've literally been on Netflix watching... Did you hear the new Michael Jordan thing on Netflix? The Last Dance?
No.
It's all about... no way Michael Jordan won 6 titles.
Yes.
It's all about filming all throughout Michael Jordan's career and out for his career up until the last title, which is called The Last Dance, because that's whenever the Chicago Bulls split up. But after they won their 6th title, it's called The Last Dance. And 2 episodes come out, I think, weekly. And there's 6 episodes out, and I've watched all 6 of them. And I have to wait until the 11th to get 2 more. And I thought I had at least 1 more, and I went to watch the last one yesterday. After I got off PlayStation with Cameron. No, not yesterday, the day before. Yeah. Or no, it was yesterday. And I said to Cameron, because I don't think I've ever been so close to crying in my life. He goes, what? And I realised I watched the last episode. And he goes, oh no, Josh, oh no. It's that's the worst whenever you're so hyped. I was literally just oh, I can't wait to watch the next fucking episode. Because I thought I left 1 more. And then Cameron goes, yeah, it's the worst. Whenever you're so excited for it, and then you realise I've already watched it.
Yeah.
I have to wait till the 11th to get 2 more episodes.
Shit. So that was me with Breaking Bad. That was me with Breaking Bad. 3 times I've seen that. And that was me with that. It was fucking brilliant.
See, I've been like that with a lot of things, but I was way more upset about this because this was obviously basketball, and oh my god, it's so fucking... You wouldn't enjoy it, obviously, because you're not obsessed with basketball, but see, when you're obsessed with basketball, it is so fucking sick. It's so sick. It's so fucking well done. It's like a proper documentary.
Fair point.
It's fucking awesome. What?
See, I'm saying fair point. I think I'd be like that with... There's a movie with Lil Peep in it, and it's all about him, and I really want to see that. But I think it's on Netflix, actually, so I might watch it.
Probably is, to be fair.
Apparently it's really good. So, because he's my favourite. Aside from Tom McDonald and... The song's great. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then we'll move on to it. To start off, to get all the negative stuff out of the way.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised by this, to be fair, right? So, 211,364 people have been tested positive in the UK, right? That's a lot, right? But only 31,241 have passed away. Obviously that's not good. 31,000, that is a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
But 211,000 and then only 31 has passed away. That's pretty good numbers if you think about it.
It is.
I don't know the percentage there, but it's pretty decent numbers.
Yeah.
That's probably 70% success rate of living.
Exactly. I was about to say it's a good fucking death rate, but no death rate is good unless it's...
Yeah, no, obviously, like I said, 31,000 is still a lot,
yeah.
But that's pretty decent considering the amount of people. You don't look at the deaths, you look at the people that survive. That's pretty decent, actually.
Exactly.
If you look at the numbers. Like I said, I don't know the percentage, but in my head I'm rounding it to 70% because that's what I assume it would be.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. And then can't remember what you call the guy. But some guy came out and said, do you know why obviously clubs, bars, cafes and all have been closed down? Yeah. Well, not closed down, but they've been closed for the meantime.
Yeah.
This guy, I can't remember his name like I said, but he literally came out and said around 15,000 bars have a chance of permanently closing if they have to wait till September or October to open their doors again. So if they have to wait till September or October, there'll be about 15,000 bars that are going to close permanently because they're obviously not going to have money to come in, and that's their main business, to pay for the bar in the first place and to pay for their house. So all the money they have will have to go towards the house, which means they wouldn't have any towards the bar.
Well, what
So-
about, like, Lavery's and shit? Because that's my favourite place. Well, I haven't been there in ages, like, but it's one of my
it
favourite
depends.
places to go.
It depends if Lavery's, because I'm pretty sure Lavery's done a fair trade. Pretty sure Lavery's done a really good trade. I'm not sure, never been, but I'm pretty sure I heard about them doing a good trade. So they are probably less likely, but there's still a chance because it all depends when they can open up again. Because this is May. This is May now. Say January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So it's about like, say 6 months still from now. If they have to stay closed for like another 6 months, obviously that's going to be a lot of money that you have to pay for that property without actually earning money.
Exactly.
Like, it's say you pay $5,000 a month to keep that property because it's a big property. I say you pay $5,000 a month. Within 6 months, you pay 30 grand, and that's 30 grand that you're paying, but you're not making back. So you're losing 30 grand over 6 months. To be fair, it may cost more. I'm just saying 5 grand's a bit high, to be fair, but I'm just saying 5 grand because I assume because it's a club and it's in city centre, it's in the centre of the city, it's a decently sized building, and it's an actual club. I assume that you get charged more for it, especially because it's in the middle of the city centre. There's no way like houses like say closer to the city centre would be dearer than houses further away from it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
See, it's
But
just...
that would be 30 grand you lose that you're not making back. And like, say even that it was 2,500, like 2.5 grand that you pay, that's still 15 grand you're losing over 6 months.
Exactly. See, I was just going to say there that...
Yeah, dude. I was literally like, did I do that maths right? And I'm like, yeah, I just halved it.
I'm not good at maths, so I just calculate.
Neither am I. I was literally just like, it's just half, and I doubted myself.
For what? Always doubt myself, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there that it's just depressing as ass because, like, say you've got like all the like like usual nowadays clubs. It's all like like the Kremlin and stuff like that. It's all sort of music. I don't know what the hell you call it, but I'm doing the bop fucking dance move.
Smick music.
Yeah.
Well, I call it smick music.
Yeah, it's all that. Whereas you go into Lavery's and it's like completely different because it's all like Evanescence, Bring Me to Life, and like it's good music like My Chemical Romance and all that. It plays in it, and then you've got like just a bunch of Carlsberg because Carlsberg are great, and then you've got fucking like pool tables and shit, and people smoking weed, and it's just brilliant. So you've got all that, and you've got all them cool artsy girls with like the long ass blue ass hair that looks fucking amazing and shit like that. So tattoos and shit.
Like I said, I've never been in Lavery's, and I probably never will be, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the girls there look great, so that's the most important.
I wasn't referring to that. I was referring to the way you were saying there was pool tables. I couldn't care less about the girls.
Well, gay? I don't know. No, it's great. The pool tables are fun. So yeah.
But moving on to a positive note, more than 1 million people have come back from it.
Fair point.
So that I don't know if that's over the entire world. Over the entire world, that's probably a bad percentage, but it's still a lot. It's still a lot of people. If you get me, say it like this, right? People probably be like, "Yeah, but it's only 1 million people." Well, would you rather that extra 1 million people die?
Yeah.
If you counted, you're saying like, say those people, they'd be like, "Oh, but it's only 1 million people," because obviously like. Millions upon millions have got it, but it's like, oh, it's only 1 million people. But I would be like, but you would be saying, oh my god, that's 1 million if it was a death rate. So, on a positive note, 1 million people have survived.
That's fair. See, the way I was looking at it there was, it's like you've got say, I'll relate it to YouTube, because you do YouTube, because hi, we're on that right now. It's kind of like...
Because hi, we're on that right now.
Exactly.
Hello.
It's kind of like, say you've got like PewDiePie, because he has like 100 million like subscribers and stuff. Like, to him, 1 million subscribers is nothing, because he could get that in a day. But to like, say, a sort of smaller channel like yours, 1 million subscribers is a million damn people, you know, that are subscribed.
Yeah, I would take a heart attack.
Yeah.
If I woke up one day and I just had I'd take a fucking heart attack.
Exactly.
I could go to bed with 999,000, like 999, and literally be like, oh, I'm one off a million, and then if I woke up the next day and literally just had a million, only gained 1 subscriber, and I would still take a heart attack. I'd be like, oh my god. Yo, I would fucking cry. Like, you'd actually see me break down. I'd fucking cry.
See, if I got up to like 100 subscribers on my channel, I would probably take a heart attack for that. Because I need 100. Because I've only got 22, so, you know. Fuck. Oh, God.
Well, I think that's your cue to go subscribe to him. His link is in the description.
Thank you. Thank you. Go. Do what he says, because you like his YouTube channel.
Because you're subscribed to him, you gotta do what he says.
Exactly.
If he says RKO your mother, RKO your damn mother, or just unsubscribe.
Yeah, exactly. I actually want to do that for a video, just RKO my mum, because she loves Randy Orton, so I just like RKO her and just be like, haha, you got, you know, RKO'd bitch and shit.
And then whenever she's lying in hospital with a broken neck, and she's just like, why, Shay? And you're like, because then I could surprise you with this. And then Randy Orton walks in the door.
Yes.
Imagine.
And then she just dies, because it's him. She loves him, like, it's great. You dropped something. Well, wait, what did you do?
So he goes, and then she just dies. That's your mum. So he goes, and then she just dies.
I think she would. I mean, like, you would just be like, Shay, why did you do that? And I was like, for the memes, bitch. Great, you know?
That literally just makes me think of last week. And then the kids would stop me, and they would get in the way of me getting my goals, and then I'm gonna die unhappy.
Yes. And then I'm gonna die unhappy, you know? Oh, fuck.
What was that? Oh, yes, fuck. What was the thing I said to you that time? We were in town or something, and I was like, fuck, no, it was sewing. I turn around and goes, what if, because you goes, oh, you're gay for learning how to sew, and I goes, oh, well, do you know what? See, whenever you need to sew something, and I goes, and then say your mum is not about, and she doesn't, you goes, oh, say I would get my mum to sew, and I'd be like, right, well, say your mum is not about, say your mum passes away, and you're like, holy shit, and I'm like, yeah, and then she's not there to sew your shit, and then guess what? You don't know how to sew your shit. Does your dad know? No, so he can't do it for you. And I was like, so you gotta sew your shit. And then he goes, and then you have to go for your whole life with holes in your pockets and holes in your trousers and all your clothes because you can't fucking sew. And then guess what happens next, Shay? What happens? Then you die. It's the way it goes. And then guess what happens next? Then you die. It was your fucking reaction. You're like, holy fucking shit.
Exactly. Oh, it's just all... And then your mum dies and you got holes in your trousers. Okay.
We were in the middle of town.
Yeah.
But it's the funniest part was we were in the middle of town. Whenever I go, and then you die, you go, holy fucking shit. There was people passing and stared at me because I just told you, and then you die.
Yeah. Oh,
people were staring at me like, why the fuck are you telling him he's gonna die? What happened?
No, it was brilliant. Like, to be fair.
I could imagine someone walking up, like, hearing, oh, and then you'll die, and then, like, they walk up and be like, so what happened? Oh, he was making fun of me because I actually know how to sew.
But look, he's dead now because holes through the, nuts and shit.
And then whenever people come to your funeral, do you know what they're going to say? They're not even just going to say, oh, look, he's dead. They're going to be like, oh, look, he's dead. And he has a hole in his pocket. Because he didn't know how to sew. On your gravestone, died with holes in pockets. Brackets, should learn how to sew. It says Joshua 2K done.
Exactly.
2K19.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Whew. So,
died young before he got to know how to sew. That's my legacy.
Yes.
I don't know how to sew.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's not much to talk about this week. Like, I have notes down. There's not much to talk about, if I'm being honest with you.
Fair point. I mean, you don't give me anything before we start recording, so like I have no idea what we're talking about all the time. So it's great.
You do that. Well, you always know what we start off with, so you could just research.
Ah, fair point.
Plus, like, I only tell you if it's like, oh, we're gonna move on to like a certain, like, say I goes, oh, we're gonna talk about conspiracy theories, then I'll tell you. But if it's literally, if I don't have something scheduled after we talk about all this and just talk in general, there's no point because we don't have a topic, so we just talk. But you already know that we're always going to talk about it, so I just expect you to collect things or whatever you hear, you say.
Exactly. And I do.
So you don't have anything then?
No, I do.
Okay.
This is what me and Soph were actually arguing about. We weren't arguing. I was trying to be like, you know.
She was arguing and you were trying to calm down, and then she got angrier because you weren't arguing back.
Yes. Pretty much. You know us so well.
Yes. You sounded so sad, like, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we're just that predictable of siblings. No,
Well, I've seen you argue over the I've seen you argue over the stupidest shit.
Not me. To be fair.
I'm pretty sure I've seen you disagree because one of you misplaced the fucking ball opener. Pretty positive. It was pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I saw you go at each other because she accused you of misplacing the ball opener when you didn't. You said it exactly where you said you're going to set it, but someone just knocked it on the floor.
Yeah.
And she just didn't say it, so then she yelled at you.
Yeah, you've seen it firsthand. The way that the arguments go is not fun because I'm sitting there trying to have a laugh with my mates and we're arguing over something stupid. And then, you know, I just get shot on the whole time because I'm younger. Any younger brothers out there, just, you know, like, relate, please.
I'm the youngest as well.
I know. That's why we're friends, because we're youngest. So there we go. It's
Well,
not
to
to
be
do with the
fair,
fact that
like,
we're mates or nothing, it's just because we're youngest and we can relate.
To be fair, I don't get shit on. Whenever she goes with me, I go back on her.
Yeah, well, I try to go back, but then she just, you know, moans.
But to be fair, me and Ashley don't actually go at each other. We do it in a joking way. Me and Ashley just don't argue because we just cannot be fucked. Like, me and Ashley will probably have, like, one argument a year if we're lucky. We just don't argue because we're not fucking children.
Fair point.
There's nothing to argue over. Like, we're not going to... The only way we're going to argue is if we make up something to argue over, and we're both fucking... Like, I'm 20 already, and she's obviously older than me. She's in her 20s. I just turned 20. Like... we're not going to sit there and argue like fucking children, like, fuck that. Because, like, say she did, like, say she just started, like, bringing up arguments, I would just walk away, honestly. I told you, it's like, you stay there and, like, you try to calm. I'm just kind of like, you know what, I don't even care. I just leave the situation. I'm like, if this starts the situation, I'm just going to leave. Yeah. I just walk away, I don't care.
Yeah, it just, like, you see, the thing about it is, for me, it really angers me the way that people in arguments think. So you have to try to just make them... Like, I try to just make them, like... Because I like to try to calm people, and it's just like, you know, it just doesn't work, because you're just trying to make them just, you know, think less ridiculously, and, you know, they never do, because they're so fucking angry. It just sucks balls.
It just sucks balls. So what were you actually arguing about?
Oh, yeah, it was about the whole It thing. Such a good movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know. Chapter 1's better than Chapter 2. Chapter 2 was shit. Well, it wasn't shit, but the actor was shit.
Well, yeah, but it was the same actor from Actor...
Yeah, I know.
From Actor Part 1.
But it was like... What?
It was the same actor from Actor Part 1. There we go.
No, but, like, before we even continue, do you not agree? Everyone has agreed with me. Part 1, proper Pennywise. Part 2 was shit. Like, not the actual part, but, like, the acting of Pennywise was shit.
Yeah, because, yeah.
You could tell that he just lost interest in that character when it came to Chapter 2, because he just did not put effort in. Like, Pennywise is supposed to talk in a certain way. Like, when he says Georgie, he goes, "Hiya, Georgie." Yeah. He's supposed to go like that, and he was just going, "Hiya, Georgie." Like, he wasn't putting, like, the deeper voice on. He wasn't, like, being as creepy. And I was just like, you just lost interest. Like, they should have cut your fucking paycheck in half. Like, honestly, you don't deserve a paycheck. Because I was like, no offense, you done a banging job in part 1. And I was like, see, in part 2, you should have been fired. They should have found someone else. It's like, because you sucked. No, he did. I don't even fucking care. He knows it himself. I know whoever the fuck it is. I don't know who the fuck it is, but I know he's even sitting there right now. But minus this whole thing, like, he doesn't even care about this whole pandemic in the world because he's so focused on how bad his part was, because he sucked.
Fucking hell. No, right,
no, for real. No,
actual,
he could have done a better job, so I'm saying. He should have just put in effort, that's all I'm saying.
Right, because actual point that I was going to make is the reason that he was so, I think, that his Pennywise was so good in part 1 wasn't actually, it was kind of overlooked by a bunch of people, but it was the fact that whenever he was talking to the children, they did not notice that his accent changed, like, the whole time, because he's not actually English speaking as his first language. He's not that, so he's like, I think he's Swedish, so he is, Bill Skarsgård, so he's Swedish, but he every time, like, he sort of spoke to the kids, it would be in, like, a different accent, and it would be in, like, a different pitch of voice and shit, and I just thought that was really good. So, like, I thought that added a level of holy, like, uncertainty to the character, sort of, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like, see, whenever he's acting Pennywise, he doesn't have to sound the exact same with every word. Exactly. But my point is, Pennywise sounds a certain way, and when I say that, there's some words you have to pronounce correctly, like Georgie. You gotta go, Georgie.
Yeah.
You gotta go like that. Like, your voice has to deepen that slight bit as you're saying, like, halfway through the word. But, like, you don't have to say the exact same. But the thing was, Pennywise, he's supposed to be creepy when he says it. See, in the second one, like, in chapter 2, he wasn't intimidating at all. Like, that Smick, when I was 12, that told me that he was going to get his dad to shoot me, I was more intimidated by that. I was more intimidated by that than fucking Pennywise.
You could, because I was more intimidated by the guy that texted me on Xbox 360 saying his dad owns Microsoft and he's going to get my account banned.
Yes! No, but, like, it's just, it wasn't intimidating, which just ruined it. Because I watched it with Katie, and even Katie said, like, she agreed that chapter 1 was better, because I agreed that. Because I always, even in the original, I preferred when they were kids, because it was better, because they were more scared of him.
Yeah,
or adults. If they're not scared of him, it's not as good. But, she even agreed, she goes, yeah, no, he just didn't put his effort in, and me and her were kind of just like, are we glad we watched that? Do we regret this?
No,
probably.
I feel like the filmmakers were trying to, you know, I feel like they were focusing more on different aspects of the movie rather than the Pennywise character himself. You know, like, you can only do so much with acting, but it ultimately comes down to, like, the writing and shit. If the writing's not good, then a great actor, say Liam Neeson, right, because he's amazing, or Jake Gyllenhaal, he's amazing. So, like, they're great in every role that they're in, but if the writing's bad, then the acting is going to suck dick. You know what I mean? So I felt that they focused more on, I would say one of the biggest points of the movie that everyone remembers is Richie's secret. You know what I mean? Because, you know, spoil. And can I say the spoiler? Even though it's been out for years.
Well, there's no point because everyone just knows it.
Okay, fair point. Gay. So, you know, they focused that. You said no point on that?
I said there's no point in saying it because everyone knows, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh, fair point. Anyway.
If they haven't watched it by now, they're clearly not going to watch it.
Oh.
But go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like they just focus more on that, really, to be honest with you, than actually writing a good part of Pennywise. As well, because part 1 was so good, it's going to be hard to top that.
That's what I said. I think because of chapter 1, I had such high expectations, and I goes that anything below chapter 1 was going to be a disappointment because I had such high expectations because it was really good.
Exactly.
But like, it's one thing I've never liked about Pennywise anyway is the fact he just turns into like this big spider shit.
Yes.
Like he's. I know he's a monster, but like that spider thing just ruins the whole movie. It just does. He shouldn't, like, he's supposed to be in the form of a clown, and he should stay in the form of a clown. He should be able to like teleport and shit, but like transforming into a fucking spider, like, no.
Well, right, technically, because they were going off the book, right? And the book.
Yeah, well, guess what, Shay? If you're going to make a point that they had to go off the book also had underage kids having sex, so I don't think they should go off the fucking book.
No, they shouldn't have went off the book, because it was a 10-year-old orgy between one girl and like 6 dudes. Anyways, but like, nah, because it was like the full form of Pennywise, because he's an alien, the full form of Pennywise was like, you know, we could, like, the kids and shit couldn't perceive it with their own eyes, so it had to go to a form that they already, like, could coagulate in their brain. I'm doing hand motions here for the word coagulation. That they could coagulate, like, in their brains and make it up. So basically that they could see that was a spider and shit. But the one thing
I know, but I
really
just didn't like it.
Well,
you still haven't pointed out why you and Sophie were arguing.
Oh shit!
We got onto this whole thing about it, and then I was there just like, wait, did you even say why you and Sophie were arguing?
No, no, we weren't arguing, to be fair. I mean, we were having a discussion, and I was trying to say the fact that she's angry. She, of course, because a lockdown.
No idea what you just said.
What?
I have no idea what you just said.
Okay.
No, like, whenever you said it, like, I think you went close to the mic and all I heard. That's all I heard. She's. That's all I heard. I heard she's and that cut off.
Well, to be fair, right, she's angry, like, you know,
okay.
Because, basically, like, it's, fuck off. It's come out now that, like, lockdown, and no matter what Boris Johnson says, in his, like, speechy sort of whatever, because that he's doing sometime soon.
He's doing it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Someone was supposed to have a speech yesterday. I thought it was someone that was supposed to stand in the place of Boris Johnson, but I ain't heard shit. So clearly they said not be interested, or they didn't do it. But Boris Johnson's supposed to speak on Sunday because my mum told me.
But it's kind of like, no matter what he says, because they're thinking that he's going to lift some aspects of the lockdown. So they're going to do, like, you know, you can travel with 4 people now instead of 2, and like 4 people in car, whatever the hell. And he's going to lift some aspects of that, maybe to where you can go out for longer during the day, something like that. But because we're over here and shit like that, what's her face? The bitch from the fucking... Michelle O'Neill. Is that her face? I don't know. She's a politician. No clue. She's in Sinn Féin.
First off, there's 2 reasons why I don't know. Number 1, don't bag with names. Number 2, she's a politician. I wouldn't fucking know her anyway.
Yeah, well, she's part of Sinn Féin, so that'll tell you everything you need to know about her. Just
no,
my viewpoint, no offense.
Hearing she's a politician tells me everything I need to know about her. The fact she's a twat. Because every politician is a twat.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll put it.
Right, finish your story.
Okay. What did we get to? We got to the Arlene Foster.
Just what were you arguing about?
Oh yeah, that's what we're arguing about. We're arguing about the fact that, no, we weren't arguing. But,
yes, right, whatever.
she was angry about the fact that Arlene Foster and Michelle O'Neill and all that basically have just said it doesn't matter what Boris Johnson says, that we are going to keep the lockdown extended for another
3 weeks.
Another like 4 weeks. So it's you know, so we're just talking about that because, you know, she doesn't get to see her girlfriend and shit like that, you know what I mean? Not properly and shit. But we're just having a discussion about that.
Well, no offense, but boo-hoo. Neither do any of us.
I know, that's what
no, but like, no, Boris Johnson never said that he was going to lift it. He said that he was going to lift slight parts of it. As in, not for us. He said he's going to lift slight parts, as in, they may open up cafes again, but space out the tables and like open up more businesses.
Yeah.
Not fucking free up like, oh, we can go out and do this and that.
No, I know.
Because it's like this, right? She's complaining, oh, I can't see my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Well, do you know what? Go see your girlfriend then. And then when you get it, you got it because it was your choice.
Yeah.
Like, I could go see my friends if I want to. Am I going to? No, because then if I get it, whose fault is it? Mine.
Yeah.
So,
No,
I've just gotten that point. People that are complaining, I've just gotten to that point. I'm like, I don't know why you're complaining. Like, you're the only one going for it. We're all dealing with it. Boo-hoo, get over it. I'm like, there's no point in complaining, because is it going to change anything? No. I've just gotten to that point. I'm like, no, I've accepted it. I'm making the most out of it. I'm teaching myself new skills. I'm just making the most out of it, because I'm not going to sit here and complain, because I'm like, it's not going to change anything. It's just going to make me feel worse.
Exactly, because the whole point was that, you know, she's already not seen her girlfriend properly in 6 weeks and shit, and
I haven't seen Katie properly since probably the end of January.
That's what I said to her.
I don't see Katie properly anyway. I'm lucky if I see Katie once a month.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, aye, because we're talking about that, and then I said that to her, like, and basically she was, you know, I said to her, well, look at it this way, you still get out to see your girlfriend, you still go on walks with her for like 2 hours, once a week or twice a week, you know, whereas me, I don't get to see my mates. I haven't seen my mates in fucking 6 weeks, none of them.
Yep.
I've seen Mark once, but that was only in passing.
This week is 2 months since lockdown, so we haven't seen each other for 2 months.
Exactly, and that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
We need to fucking drink. So, you know. But
I agree!
Yes! But we haven't fucking seen each other, you know. And that's the whole thing. She's at least socialised with someone who's not her family member and not work people. I haven't. You know, but I'm doing the better because I just realised that it's going to pass sometime, you know. So it's just you just need to just stick your head down, get through the shit now, and then whenever it's all done, it's done. There's no point fucking worrying about it, because at the end of the day, at least you can still see her girlfriend.
Yeah. See, like I've said, like, I just don't see a point in complaining, because I'm kind of just like, if the more I complain, doesn't mean it's going to change anything. It's just going to make me feel worse. So I just ignore it. I've honestly just gotten into this lifestyle that I've taught myself. If I keep myself busy, I'm never going to notice, and that's why if I'm not, as soon as I finish recording, I edit. As soon as I finish editing, I go on the PlayStation. As soon as I finish PlayStation, like now I'm recording a podcast. You straight after this, I'll go play the PlayStation. Then if I'm not playing PlayStation, I'll Netflix. If I'm not doing Netflix, I'll work out. I always just find something to distract myself, because if I keep myself busy and be productive, I'm not going to notice as much.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but complaining ain't going to help it, so I've just gotten over it.
Exactly.
But,
I've basically been in lockdown my whole fucking life, so you know.
Speaking of Boris Johnson, he wants to do, no way we talked about in the last podcast that they wanted to do 100,000 tests per day or something by the end of April. Boris Johnson wants to double it and do 200,000 tests per day by the end of May. Which I think that's going to be fucking difficult, but I think it would be so much better, because you would get it done so much quicker, and then you get the case of, right, who has it, who doesn't have it, and how do we separate the people that does and the people that don't. You get it done now, and then you sort it later. So,
exactly.
But, yeah, there's only 2 more things to talk about. So, moving on is Captain Tom Moore.
Yes.
Do you know why I'm bringing this up?
He's 100 or something.
Okay, by the way, you said, I know that you haven't heard about it. So,
no, I haven't heard
when the podcast we done last week, his fundraiser ended, and he raised 32 million, near enough 33, right? But that was his fundraiser. His like, all the money that he could raise didn't stop there, by the way. Like, that was just his fundraiser. He earned it. Like, people could still, like, donate to him in a different way or do it in a different way. So he still brought in money after stopping that. And I didn't know this until I read the paper. And, do you know how much he earned, Shay? And I shit you not. Like, you thought you got blew away before. Like, I almost took a fucking heart attack. I didn't believe it. I kept telling my mom, nah. I was like, you're lying. The paper's wrong. I was like, there's no way.
How much?
100 million.
Are you fuck off?
I'm not joking. It's literally in the
100
paper.
million?
It says fund hits £100 million to help NHS.
Jesus Christ. That man is God. Like, what the fuck?
Like, I was literally like 32 million. Like, you saw my reaction whenever he hit 15 million.
Yeah.
And I was blown away. No, you saw my reaction when he hit 5 million. Then when he hit 15. And then when he hit 20. And then when he hit 30, I was blown away. And then my mum literally said, oh, he's raised 100 million. And I was like, no, he hasn't. And she goes, yeah, he has. And because she goes, it says here 100M. And I goes, nah, 100%. That M stands for something else. And she handed me the paper and goes, read it. And I literally read it. It said fund hits 100 million to help NHS. And I was like, nah, typo. And there's like a whole, like, well, not an article, but no, like a wee section. And I read through it and I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, I sat there for like 5 minutes, like, holy fucking shit. I'm like, this guy's going to go fucking, like, this guy's going to go down in history. Like, no one's ever going to forget this guy. This guy's going to be a fucking legend.
He is already a fucking legend.
Yeah, I know, but, like, he was a legend when he hit 32 million.
Yeah.
There's a big fucking gap between 30 and 100 mil. He earned 70. I just realised then. 32 million was last week. He earned near enough 70 million within a week.
In a week?
Because, like I said, I didn't believe it because I was like, nah, his fundraiser stopped. But then I found out, it says in the article, I was going to read it to you, but on the PlayStation, it's way too fucking blurry. But it basically, I know what it states. It basically states after his fundraising closed at 12 that night, he still had other fundraising things, just not that link. And he earned, obviously people kept sending it in and it all built up. And then it ended up being, it got to 100 million because he had other things coming in.
Yeah. That's a first.
So,
if you're sort of thinking that, like, I'll clap too.
Okay.
I didn't know you were clapping.
Yeah. Yeah. No fucking fair fucking play. Like, I just literally clapped like holy shit.
Yeah. Like, say you're thinking that, right? Like, obviously this man isn't a millionaire and stuff like that.
Yes.
Which he should be. But you know, you're sort of thinking like, if he can do this. But then you've got people that are fucking billionaires. Why aren't they giving upwards of millions to the NHS as well?
Because why would they?
You know what I mean? Like, I was just thinking that.
Because why would they? It's like, say, can you still hear me?
And I probably can't hear you.
Shay.
Yes?
Right. No, it's like, say I had 100 million. I don't have to give it to the NHS, so why should I? I would give a lot of money, but I'm saying, why should I? Like, there's no reason. Like, I don't have to. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, I would, because I'm not an asshole. But,
yeah.
Manny, if you're rich, you're more than likely an asshole. But, yeah, no, that was that. And then the last thing we're moving on to, which we got to cover quick, so only have a couple minutes left of recording. Remember Kim Jong-un?
Yes.
So, remember I told you, allegedly, I go to the not 100% sure, allegedly he died?
Yes.
So I found an article that came up, and I'm not saying he did, I'm going to say allegedly again. Allegedly, he faked his own death.
Yeah.
Because in this article it says, in April, North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un did not appear on the state media for 3 weeks. The first time his disappearing hit headlines was during the second week of April, and it goes, this had shot up a series of rumours and speculations about his health and the prospects of a nuclear power state in the event of his death in the global media. And then, reports say that he faked his death to unmask people in his inner circle who were pinning hopes on grabbing power over the event. So basically what it's saying is, I'm not saying this happened like I'm saying allegedly, because this is what I'm going to say. This is why I said, remember in the last one, I'm going to still say allegedly, even though so many papers have covered it. Yeah. So many papers covered it, and it still quite be wrong. That's why I keep saying allegedly. But, exactly. So if this is true, basically he faked his own death so he could see basically if there was traitors within his inner circle.
Yeah.
This may not be true. Maybe he did actually pass away, but this is a rumor, because like nothing has like happened. Because you'd think, because obviously he was like the head there,
you'd think if he passed away, there'd be something going on. Like, obviously they can't with the whole it in the thing, but they would do something. Even if it wasn't in person, they would do something, and none of that has come out. So that's why you're kind of like, is he really dead? Because I remember, because I saw a meme about it, and someone said, was it Kim Jong-un is out here playing chess while we're all just playing checkers?
Yes.
So if he done that, it's a very fucking smart idea.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Like, if it is true, and he did allegedly fake his own death, you know, then that it is good. Like, it's a smart fucking game plan, sort of. You know, it's actually extremely smart. You commend him on that, because it's like really fucking smart to do that, because, you know, treason and shit. You don't want that. So
yeah. No, there's so much here. It's like a massive article, but like, yeah, no fucking. So apparently that might be a thing. So I'm glad I said allegedly in the last one, and I said allegedly again.
Yes. You can never take newspapers for fact.
No, but it's like, it's because so many people covered it that I was kind of just like, maybe it's probably true, and I goes, but I'm not going to, unless the body's found, I'm not going to say, oh, it happened, because then if it didn't happen, like I said, people are going to be like, oh, you said he died when he didn't. Where now, because I said in last week's podcast, this is what the newspaper says. I said, this is what the newspaper said, not me, and I goes, allegedly. If anyone says, oh, you said this, and I'm like, no, the newspaper said that. I just pointed out that the newspaper said it.
Yeah.
I didn't say whether it was a fact. So,
yeah.
But, yeah, there's like a whole article. I would read more, but like, none of it is really interesting, because it's just going back to like, it's just going off on like the whole thing revolving around it happening in the world, which is to do with his thing, but that has nothing to do with him faking his own death. So,
yeah,
I don't know why it's in the same article. But, yeah, so that's interesting. When I saw that, I was like, are you fucking serious? For fuck's sake.
I think I actually saw that today on my break.
You probably did.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. But it's a very smart game plan, I would say that.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, it's really smart.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. But it said, like, if he did do it, that obviously the rumor, that he done it so he could expose traitors within his inner circle, and they were trying to say he died. They tried to claim the throne, so they were only there so when something happened to him, they could snatch the throne.
Yeah, like so, that Asian lady that is scary looking. No,
that's supposed to be his sister or something. Oh. But that's different. Like, or maybe that's the reason she's there. I don't know. But like, you never know. You never know. But that's it. That's the podcast. Fuck. Oh, my arse is fucking numb from sitting on the stool. I have a blanket over it, the pad, and my arse is still numb. But yeah, so that was the podcast. So we covered it. We covered Tom Moore, and we covered Kim Jong-un, and then we went off on a rant about Pennywise and fucking it. That was fun. Yeah. And then I called some politicians twats. Yeah, we've checked everything on the book, yeah. It's like every podcast, a checklist is like, yep. No, it's like, talked about it. Yep. Went off on a random rant. Yep. Called politicians twats. Yeah, I done it 3 times. Yep. But, yeah. So, if you guys did enjoy, because that's the end, smash the like button as always. Comment down below if you have any ideas for podcasts that we could talk about after we do all the updates. As always, Shay's links will be in the description. My links will also be in the description. Go get Shay to 100 subscribers. Yes. And, no, go get Shay to 100 subscribers. So like I said, his link will be down below. My Twitch, other channel. I know I have a TikTok because I was forced to make it. It's now linked below. So go check that all out. As always, I've been Undisputed. That's been Shay, and we'll see you in the next one. So, peace.
Peace.